Known for their knowledge and excellence in the world of biking, Schwinn builds quality biking accessories to complement your favorite bike. Inflate anything from bike tires to pool floats with the 25-inch tall Schwinn 5-in-1 floor pump. It includes an air needle, inflation cone, and integrated dual head, which is perfect for both Schrader and Presta valves. You can even inflate high-pressure road bike tires thanks to the 140 psi limit. Large numbers on the gauge, a sturdy plastic base, and a comfortable ergonomic handle make it easy to use. And don't worry about misplacing the adapters because the holster keeps everything together.
So I just got this digital pump out of the box and it's completely ready to use. All I need to do to get started is I first need to remove the battery cover. Now this is really easy. You don't need to take the plastic battery cap off. You just need to pull this tab and it'll remove it from the pump. So now that that's removed, your pump is completely ready to use. I just need to decide what valve type I had on my bike. So if I'm using a pressed valve, then I'll just use the Hero chuck just like it is. But if I have a Schrader valve on my bike, I'll need to unthread the Hero chuck and use the Schrader chuck that's embedded directly into the end of the hose. So you'd be ready to go. I'm going to be inflating a pressed valve today, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this back on my hose. All I have to do is thread it right back in. Now that I've selected which chuck I need to use, to turn it on is really simple. So I'm just going to flip the pump around so you can see. Right now I have the protective film on the screen. I'm just going to take that off really quick. And then to turn it on, I can either press this button here, or I can begin pumping. But if I press it, it'll turn on just like that. And then I'll be able to select whether I want the pressure measured in PSI or in bars. So you can select that just by clicking the power button again. You can see it switch between the two. So a feature of the gauge is also that you can set up an alert that will tell you when you've reached your desired pressure. So to do that, I'll flip over the gauge again. I'll just either hit the plus or the minus button to select that level that I want to reach. So if I want to set it to 70, I just, hit that button a couple times. So once you hit your desired pressure, the screen will start flashing to alert you that you've reached it. So the pump has a strap on it, which makes the pump really easy to carry. So I can lift it up like this and the handle won't budge. But it also means I need to undo it before I can pump. So I'm going to press down on the handle and remove the strap. And then I'll just unhook the Hero chuck as well. And then we're ready to pump. Alright, so something to keep in mind before you put your chuck on the valve stem is that the preload of the Hero chuck is adjustable. So you will tighten the preload by rotating the face of the chuck clockwise, and you'll loosen it by turning it counterclockwise. So if you find that the chuck is a little bit too tight on the valve stem or a little too loose, that is adjustable. So once you've set it on a looser setting, you're going to go ahead and just set it gently on the valve stem using the pressure of one finger, and then you'll lock it into place. After you've done that, you can begin pumping. Now, if at that time you experience some leaking from the valve stem, at that point you would want to remove it from the valve stem. You'd want to tighten the preload of the gasket, and then you'd want to go again. Alright, now that I have the preload of my chuck dialed in, I'll put it back on the valve stem and I can begin pumping. Now I've chosen PSI for my gauge, but if you've selected bar, this is what it'll look like. I can swap between the two. Now as I start pumping, I have my preset to 70, so once I reach that, you'll see the gauge start to react. Just like that. Now you can still pump above that pressure, but this is just letting you know that you've reached where you'd like to be as an alert. Alright, so now I can just take the chuck off the valve stem by releasing the lever and popping it off with just one hand. Alright, now that I'm done pumping, I need to prep my pump for storage. So I'll just push the handle down. I'm going to take the strap and secure the handle back into place. There we go. And then to secure the hose into place, I'm going to hook it down here at the base, and then I'm going to put the chuck on the magnetic dock right there by the gauge, so you can see that it's secure. Alright, so one of the features of the digital pump is that it is completely serviceable. So it has a replaceable internal gasket, chuck gasket, and batteries.